Hi, welcome to Studio Base. Today's session is glutes and hip mobility. So we're going to loosen up your hips so you can access your glutes, and then we're going to smash them for half an hour. So all you need is an elastic band. If you don't have one, it doesn't really matter. You can do all the exercises without it, but if you do, it's a great investment. We won't need that yet, so we're just going to loosen up. So just get your hip so they're square and your toes are square as well, and then keeping that pelvis facing forward. We're just going to go to the side and around, so your pelvis doesn't swing on the circle. So just go around that loop, keeping your pelvis square, especially when you come through this bit. The temptation will be to hook, so push forward, through, and around. Now just get these hips actually loose and they don't just bypass it. Good, then change direction. And then we're going up and over and out with your hips. Your hip goes up, over, out, up, over, back. So try not to just skim, actually lift and come through and get right into the groin and make some good space. Up and through. Good, on the other side. Up and over. And back down, up, and really try and exaggerate it. At the same time, try not to let your body just reach and tip, so keep quite square. Up, over, down, so it's all in you. That's it. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, then we're going to go hip mobility, so up tall here. This socket turns, we turn out and turn in. All on your own, foot stays loose, and also try not to be hooking your body up, so just hold still and just drive through as much range as you got on both sides. That's it, upper body relaxed too. The other side, start tall, set your shoulders, really get into the sockets to get all these deep groin muscles really loose, so when we actually do your glutes there's nothing impeding or nothing fighting in the way. Good, then we open your adductors because they block all your glutes because they work through the middle and your glutes work around the outside. So we go into here, all we do is put your foot forward, you're just going to sink back and just relax into that adductor, just open up that inner thigh. Good, then come back and change sides and just sink in and relax. Good, we're going to do a couple on each side, so back we go. Again. Good, then we'll start to stretch into your glutes, so your foot comes falling across, so if there's square you might even be on a mat, put one foot on the one side of the mat, so go across, and then we're just going to drop down over that glute, just gently to start, and just see if we can just get into that glute and just start to open it up. If you're super flexible, you can lie yourself over the top and stretch down and through. But remember, we're just starting the session, so just go where you need to, because we just want to try and open the fibers up, so when we work them, we get a long, strong glute. Good, and then climb out of that and go to the other side. So take that foot across. Drop down, find that glute, and then you can either stay up tall or you can drop yourself right over. Just breathe into it, nice and loose, nice and relaxed. Stand yourselves up. We'll do couple of curtsy squats, so just one across, so foot goes across, down, pull that knee into your chest and push your chest over the top to try and open up around here. Good, then step through, down and across, pull that knee into the middle and stretch. Good, and last thing, hamstrings, down here, toes under and stretch up. So we're going to do a simple pattern. We're going to work the glute one on each time, and then we're going to flush it through lactic acid with a more plyometric exercise. So we're doing a straightforward glute exercise, one side, then the other side, then we're going to flush it through with a double, a bit more plyometric movement. So grab your elastic band, we're going to start real simple. Elastic band climb, one that everybody will know. We'll just use it just to warm that glute up before we get a bit more funky. So band on, knees tucked under, and we're just going to rotate, feet stay together but try not to press with your feet. So just lift that knee up, contract that glute, get this pelvis so it's square so we're not rocking backward each time. If anything, as you lift your knee up, push your pelvis forward. That's it. And we're working on 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, so we have quite a quick turnaround, which means that we're going to work pretty much solid for this whole next block. Remember, we like lactic acid in these muscles. If you don't get lactic acid in there, you're not going to get a result, because that stimulates the growth hormone, which stimulates the change. So up, push, back, deep into that glute. Good, there's our first 50. And we take ourselves around to the other side. Find that nice and square, nice and set, feet relaxed. Here we go. Drive up and push forward. Go nice and dominant with that glute. So when you drive, really make it come from the in here. So you've got that hip opening, squeeze and back. So you're not just trying to rock your body and trying to get out of it. Get every last bit out of that rep. So nice and high, nice and tall. Perfect, good. We're going to take yourself up to standing. We're going to do side walks, but one to each side. So just take the elastic band and pop it just below your knees. Go into a little squat here, pelvis neutral. We just go push out, come back in, push out, come back in. Keeping your body square, so you're not doing some sort of funky dance onto there. So stay, push into your glute, back, glute, back, glute, back. And a nice tempo, push in, push. Holding this neutral, so your bum's not sticking out, we're just working from that glute. Push, glute, each time, drive it. Good, stay with my pace if you can. Push, push. There we are, good, nice. Okay, we do exactly the same, but we're going to do it with a straight leg, so your band can stay where it is below your knees. If you haven't got a band, you just do it as is. Straighten your legs out, square your hips off, so we're not leaning forward or back. Up we go. Now this one, the temptation is to bring this hip forward and start to use this hip flexor. So anything, push that leg slightly back, and get into that glute, and make sure it's doing all the work. That's it. Keep that height, keep that square. A couple more. Good, nice. Over we go. Lengthen yourself out. So remember, this, one of the key jobs for this glute is to work with the long body so you're not all bunched up and jammed into your back. So lengthen that leg out and get this glute to work to keep this posture long, so then your diaphragm can work. When you run phase, you can open up through and you can keep this upper body strong. So push this pelvis long and through here. So the lower back should be bunched up. You should be lifting and pinching your back. That should stay open, hinging from this hip. Nice and high. As you're getting tired, you should be hurting a little bit in there. Try not to be dropping down, so really push each one out. Even if you have to work at a slower tempo, that's fine. Don't sub it for the height, so really get into it. Good, nice. Then we come up, you're going to take that elastic band, you pop it around your ankles, and you take it around onto here. Now you're going to hold tall with your pelvis underneath, and we're doing the same. So side, in, pushing tall, and you'll see these glutes now linking into your hip muscles, into TFL, so sort of muscles up top into here, maintain, keep this lower band strong so this hip stays under, but really push forward and high, so you still get into those glutes. That's it. Push, touch. Straight legs, tall body, relaxed. See the diaphragm's all open. And feet tall as well, so try not to be pushing them out here. Keep them tall, keep them forward. Good, strong arches, that's it. Perfect, good. Then we take this elastic band off. Leave it on one foot, so I've got it around my right foot. Onto here, we're going to have it onto the opposite, then we're going to take our foot back, so we're in a racing start onto here, we're going to go down, and we're going to push up through into my bum, so down, push, good, so you go down, and you're flipping into the posterior chain, so sit, chain, it's real simple, chain, the rest of your body stays relaxed, all you're used to is getting this drive, so think about how that's useful for running, be able to push, catch that floor, push it back into here, down, hamstring glute. Think about your chest staying strong and long. So when you're coming up, we're not coming up here. Strong and tall. Down, strong and tall. Find that glute. You might need to do this video a couple of times to get the hang of finding that glute and putting this into action, because this is productive and functional. It's how that glute works in real life. As you come up, it becomes hamstring, glute. That's what drives you through or pushes your hip forward, which gets the back on there. Good, so we're going to swap sides, so swap our feet over, race and start with the other foot slightly back, down, push back into it, down, squeeze up to it. And a lot of this is being able to stabilise all those plates in your lower pelvis, get that sacroiliac joint nice and stable for your glutes, so up and drive, and then link that into the spinal erector muscles, link that into your sternum, link that in to be able to actually drive through. So squat, glute, glute and hamstring. Make sure your glute's coming up square. If it's weak, it will come out to the side. So as you lift or drop, it will be hooking into here. So down, up and drive. Push. Good, nice. Get that out. And then we're going to jump it through. It's called a scared cat. So you just go one leg onto here, and you're going to push and change your feet. Every time you're going to push that leg back and out. Same move as you just done before. Good. So push out, down, push out, push, push. So your hands can touch the floor each time. We're going to try and work through the other foot. Accelerate back and up. Accelerate and push. Feel that hamstring, glute, that works across into your opposite spinal erector, up through into that shoulder, down and drive. Also straighten out all your feet. So a lot of these plantar fasciitis problems, I see it stems out from a lot higher in your body, a lot of weakness is higher up, and push, and push. Done, nice. Good drive on there. So get this elastic band back around you. Chuck it just above your knees. Donkey kick on the floor. So as you go, you're going to push straight and lift. Down, straight and lift. Drive, glute. Drive, glute. And when you're doing this, we're going to stabilise that mid back. You shouldn't be putting it all into your back. You should be able to drive, getting that glute. Push and lift. Push and lift. Work from that heel. Heel, lift. Heel, lift. Push, glute. Nice, good, in you come. Now we're going to go to the other side. So you see if I did it slowly, we're going to go slowly out and lift. But we're not going to compensate by dropping or curving that middle back. Good. So push, glute. Really get some length through. So see this leg opens up your hips, it opens your hip flexor, and then we go into those glutes. Hips, glute. Push and lift each time. Push, glute. Push, glute. Good, last one. Nice, good. Then we're going to jump onto your feet, you're going to pop that band just below your knees. We're going to do drop squats, we just go from here, drop, everything stays square, feet square, square, and we drop back in, pelvis is under, let's go. Drop, touch, drop, into your glutes. Glutes, and make sure you're not just sticking your bum out here, so bum's under, body's going underneath, so onto here. That's it. See, we need a bit of flush through these glutes to really make them work functionally. That's it. Get that bum low below your knees. Really drive that band out at the bottom, make sure you're catching on these glutes, nice and strong. Make sure that tailbone's working, towards lower core, deep pelvic stabilisers. They've got a job to do as well, in, out, and especially these feet, we don't want to be out here. Strong, straight feet. Good, nice. Then we take this band, up above your knees, down to land on the floor. Tuck yourself up so you're in a tucked up position. Top leg straight, push it back. Push, back to where it started. We're going to go back and up about 45 degrees. So, back and up, and then forward. That's it. And again, we're going to focus on this core. You're going to hit that glute when you get back. So, back, strong in that glute. So, really drive into it. Push, and back. Really try to exaggerate your moves without losing any form. Get a good solid range. So think about if you're running, you want to be able to push through and actually have that glute working the whole way through. Or you get what's called early heel raise. Early heel raise means your calf then has to finish the job, and also the muscles on the inside of your knee have to finish the job. Good. Then it gives you overdeveloped calves, Achilles problems, plantar fasciitis, all of the rest of it. So onto here, straight, let's go. Up and away and back. So think about driving through and strong. Long leg, open hips. See the open hip at the back, glute comes on. That's it. And when you run, you do want a degree of flexion in your back, so you don't want to run with it just like a board. So it has a natural wave when you run in. So we're going to work with that, and that's why we're going to put some back raising into your plan to really get that back nice and strong, especially be able to run downhill fast. Good. Strong onto here. Good. So then we flip round. You can leave the band where it is. We're going to do back raises and up into your glutes. So your back covers the whole of your back, shoulder blades, and your glutes. Ready, let's go. Lift, down, lift. Really good for your back. Get it all working, get all those facets moving, press all those discs back to where they belong. Try to keep looking at the floor so we're not just pinching in your neck, lifting glutes back and down. So really focus that you're doing both. So we've got, do a couple of reps thinking about your legs, hamstrings, glutes, then do a couple of reps thinking about your lower back, and do a couple of reps thinking about those shoulder blades. Good, nice. There we go. Then we're going to take you to standing, pump a little balance, so your band goes just below your knees. We're going to put a little squat in. We're going to take this side leg, and you're just going to push out to the side and back. We're grinding on here. So push and back. Grind and back. So your body is rotating and turning, and this hip is here. It's what's staying stable. So my left leg's where I'm stood, that left glute's doing the work as we just drive off. Providing that platform. And that's what it wants, because that's going to allow you to rotate when you run, and then your body, that rotation force, to actually use it on the road and get you to go forward, not just make your body start chopping and turning, and then you have to get overdeveloped core to stabilize it. So you stay strong, push, back. If you look at my foot and my knee, nothing's happening, my body's going all over the place. Good. That's it, nice. Then we set ourselves to the other side, so from here, we have a little bend, a little tuck, single leg onto there, and then let's go. Push, and back again. I'm rotating round, this line is stuck solid with my glute. That's it, keep that drive, keep that strong. In that glute, drive off it, so drive around it. Again, you might need a couple of goes at this video just to actually find that glute and get it strong enough to be the dominating force. You're not just using your calves, Achilles, ankles, everything to stabilize. When you've got this glute right, this foot should be completely relaxed and just hanging out, and that glute should be on fire. Okay, that band stays where it is. We're going to put our feet wide, and we're going to go deep squat, and you can collapse, and then you're going to come out to halfway and lock these glutes. So deep squat, lock. Deep squat and collapse, lock. By this we're learning pronation is a good thing, because without pronation you don't have any nerve activity telling your glutes and core what's going on. So you need these feet to be moving. So we're going to collapse, glutes. Collapse and flatten, glutes. And I should really be able to kick in those glutes. They should be cooking by now. Collapse, drive. Collapse, drive. Don't go high. And then same with this tailbone, make sure that's staying under, down, under, come on. That's it, we've got 10 more seconds, see how many more we can do. Collapse, drive, turns in, turns out, solid, in, solid. One more, solid, oh, there you go. So you should really know about that, okay? So this band stays where it is. We're going to knee on the side, we're going to do a dog P, so it's from in here. As is, you're just going to push that leg to the side, keeping yourself square. So we just push and back. Push it out with that glute and back. Don't compensate by leaning, you're just going to push it. Almost think about sliding that knee and that shin out and over the floor. That's it. Push. And really stabilize. You'll feel the other one kicking in as well, because that's holding you still and holding you in place. Push. Good, last one. Nice, good. And then go to the other side. Firstly with our mid back, we're going to try and find it so it's nice and set. Good. And off we go. Drive, back, glute. Pushing out, nice and square on there. Stay on that glute as much as you can. Strong long arms, that's it. Good, then we're going to go into floor bridge with knee openers. Key, really good way to open up your lower back. So, feet neutral. We're going to push up when we get to the top, we open your knees. Band stays where it is. Up, knees out, back, down, up, push. Now with your back, we're going to stop at neutral. So you're not going to round it up there and then load your lower back. So you stop at neutral, and you think about these glutes. So anything, you put your hands on there so you make sure that they're working. Up, squeeze, back, down. Weight in your heels. Lift your toes off if you want to help. If your hamstrings are doing too much, it's probably because your legs or your feet are either too far away or your glutes are so weak and undominant and they're not going to take on. So you can really slow it down if that's the case. Try and find these glutes. These hamstrings should be pretty relaxed. Good, nice. And then we'll take the left band off. We're going to go front circle because it's really important glute stabilizer, especially things like your TFL. So this leg stays straight. You're going to reach this leg as much around as you can. And we're just going to draw circles. You're going to open up your hip flexor. And you'll see this position, quite common people with a bad back. You want to fold your leg over and try and make it click. Chiropractor move, fold you over and bang and click to open up the sacroiliac. So think about the muscles we actually hold that in place. We're working on this now. As this leg comes over, and this glute's going to work. And usually, the one that you get released from is the weaker side's pulled over to the other side. So if we get both sides be able to stabilise while your back's in position, we'll keep that back nice and open. Keep the circles going, strong, straight leg. Find this glute, find this power in here, keep your feet relaxed. Good, nice. Let's go to the other side. Lengthen out that body. Open it forward. Good, and off we go. That's it, good. Keep those loops. Keep stretching that hamstring, keep going as far around as you can. Keep pushing that leg forward so it opens up. So you should be leaning back at all. If anything, you should need this hand to get further forward into it. Keep these nice controlled circles. Good, now we're going to end with a deep squat hold, because that's where your deep glute knee really is designed to work. It's in that deep squat position, which we don't do enough of, so it works into here. So you can put your feet wider than your shoulders. We're going to sit down in the middle, and we're going to move our knees in and out. So you sit down. Ideally, we need to be able to sit down here. If you can't, you can hold on to something, and then we're just going to move these knees in and out, and just sit and drive, and just work through, holding your glutes, trying to get your posture nice and tall, so you can really work in here and drive and find them with this deep. So when you rotate the knees out, you should be able to drive into those glutes and drop down. As your knees go out, your body should almost want to be lifted, so you can turn out and it wants to go. That's it. Just keep working that depth in your squat, this mobility in these deep hips, using these glutes. That's it. Stay here. Good, nice. And up we come. Perfect. Shake that out so it's nice and loose. Good. Thanks for coming to Studio Base. That's your glute session. Job done. So you should feel real strong into here. Nice strong pelvis and know exactly where they are. Thanks for coming.